Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Snoopy. I'm trying something a little different tonight. Usually, I spend the night times. I got this one little spot that I go to. It's a big field under some power lines and shit. I usually will go like lay down under the power lines and look up at the sky. Tonight, I'm just in the driveway. And, usually I just decompress. I'll meditate for a little bit, mainly just breathing exercises, and try to clear my head from everything that happened during the day. Write shit out, plans, thoughts, goals, dreams, hell, anything, quotes I may have heard, quotes I may have came up with, lyrics, shit, apology letters, love letters, time capsule letters, shit like that. Tonight, I think I'm gonna just allow y'all into my world a little bit deeper. I've been baby stepping y'all with all the other videos, so shit's crazy, man. My healing journey is not a perfect one, bro. To be 1,000% transparent, it's been about 40% conflicting. See me when I think about healing. I think about processing shit internally, analyzing it, processing it, and creating different mechanisms and ways that not to necessarily cope, but different ways to just accept shit for what it is sometimes, things out of my control, i.e. anything or anyone that's outside of me, I can't control. So I have to learn how to deal. I have to learn how to deal with, the fact that though I chose to change, not everybody has. Not everybody does. Not everybody wants to. I stopped smoking weed. Not everybody chose to stop smoking weed. Right? So it's like, for those who chose not to, I don't want to judge them, and I can't because I've been there. I'm not even talking about it like it's a bad thing. But man, when I tell y'all, bro, when I went cold turkey on a lot of shit and really just buckled down, I didn't have shit going on for me in my life. So I chose to focus on my physical health. Bro, I was working out 3-4 times a day. I'd go to the gym, be in there for an hour or two, take a shower, leave, go get something to eat, watch like 15 minutes of Hulu or Netflix or some type of YouTube video. Next thing I know, I'm dropping right back to the gym. Go eat it up again. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that shit like 3-4 times a day. But it was therapeutic. It was more than that. A lot of demons that I had and attachments that I had, they weren't willing to put that work in. So the fact that I was going at it like that, it was a way of me cleaning house, cleansing my temple. Not only was I benefiting physically, I was also mentally and spiritually throwing out the trash. Some of those lazy attachments, they didn't like that shit, so they wouldn't stick around. You know, I look at it in terms of spirits. The spirit of anger, the spirit of rage, the spirit of, laziness, the spirit of malice, the spirit of slander. Those low vibrational spirits, one thing that I learned is that they don't like to put a lot of work in. That's why whenever you allow them to control you, they're not there for a long time. They're there for a short, very, very intense burst. When you're angry, you're not angry for a long time. You're angry for that time, that short, specific amount of time until you release it. When you go on a rage, that's exactly what a rage is. It's an impulse. It doesn't stick with you forever. Now you might always have the ability to tap into that, but you don't operate out of that for a long time. When you're lazy, if you notice, laziness doesn't tend to stick with a person forever. Because in society, man, we always have responsibilities and shit that we gotta take care of. So even if somebody's lazy for a week or two, which is a very long time, it's still not a long time compared to a lifespan. Those energies, those spirits, they don't want to stick around to do work. Do you know how much work the spirit of anger has to do in order to make somebody bitter? Because that's all bitterness is. It's a continuous anger, a continuous jealousy, a continuous rage that you learn to control like you the Hulk or some shit. But this ain't no comic book. It's real life. So the more I found that I would sacrifice my body and go through the pains of lifting weights, go through the pains of high intense cardio for long periods of time. Every time I leave the gym, I feel lighter. Every time I leave the gym, I feel calmer, more serene. But the magic really was inside of the burn. That's why I was learning the most. So it's like, once I started attacking my vices, the smoking, the drinking, the fucking, we're all adults. So it's a personal choice. Holy shit. So once I started attacking that shit, I went on a natural high. And I guarantee you, man, a natural high is 1,000 times more potent than anything that you can consume to alter your brain. A natural high is when you allow the universe, you allow God in, and He transforms your mind, and that was a hell of a high. My bad, y'all. It was a little rodent that just came up on me, but so my healing journey has been conflicting because it's torn me away from a lot of people that I love. Hell, shit, it even tore me away from myself for a little bit. But that's what transformation is. So for me, I just, as I look up at the stars tonight, there's a lot of things on my mind and on my heart. I think about how over the last couple years, how shit's been, individuals that I've came into contact with. And this just to build on like a video that I dropped earlier today. It's talking about how somebody called me posing, not really posing, but stating that they were interested in trying to give me or wanted to possibly give me an interview for a position or whatever. But it was like they were playing, really just wanting to know more information and wanted to get more information on me because I'm a very closed off person, secluded person when it comes to my professional life. And it got me thinking, it's pretty much the same way with my love life, shit like that. And then I was saying how, if it was me, if I want to give somebody a job or something, I'm gonna be very direct and let them know exactly what that is up front. And I think in terms of how I've moved over the last 2 years on my journey, man, anytime I came across somebody that I instantly felt any kind of soul connection with, I let them know. And it could have came off cheesy, oh yeah, we soulmates, or I knew you from a past life. I said that shit a couple times to a couple different people. But I meant it, because when you're dealing with matters of the soul, you just know. And I think how I definitely did my job well in communicating with that. Because I think people get it misconstrued when you use words like soulmate and shit like that. It's not no Disney fairy tale shit. It's real life spiritual connections. So when you look at it from a spiritual aspect, for instance, I know there was at least 3 people I was like, man, you're a past life soulmate. And For me, it was like, even if we don't end up being together in this lifetime, you still part of my soul tribe, my soul family. Like the first one I met, on the road, I told her that shit. And then like not even a week or two later, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of proposed to her. I ain't had no ring or nothing, but I proposed to her. She was like, yes. Not do it with a ring type shit. Like she was joking. Like we had a little joke about it. But even after we got separated or whatever, I still check in on her, make sure she was doing straight. I hit a couple rough patches. She hit a couple rough patches. Dealing with like deaths in the family, job loss, you know, financial concerns and shit like that. But I would still always check in, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like even on a consistent basis. It'd be sporadic, you know, every couple months, month or two, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? Like, what's up? You doing all right? I'm all right. Or no, I'm really going through it, this, and that. Man, don't give up on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get the job. Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, and I guarantee, like, crazy as shit. Well, I call myself a money magnet. It was really just manifesting. And I was extending myself, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times I would call her because she owned her own business. A lot of times I would call her, check her and check in. She, oh man, shit just going rough, this, and that. And I guarantee you, we wouldn't even be able to be on the phone longer than like 3 to 5 minutes. And next thing, oh, I got a client calling me, I gotta call you back. Bam, all right, good. That's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't call you, be on no lovey-dovey shit like this and that. Like, I was checking in, making sure you was good. No, I pray for her. I pray for you behind the scenes anyway, so, you know. Some people could look at it like, oh, she's spiritually stealing my money. She don't get no money calling on her line. She been telling me she ain't get no clients. But the moment that we talk, I can't even talk to her for long because clients start blowing up her phone. But see, when you understand, since I understood I'm dealing with my soul family, I didn't mind. I ain't care. Another one, met, shit. Another one I met her. This is a Libra out in Utah. Instantly, like, I had attraction to her, whatever. But we was both kind of like acting shy. So I remember one day she had to come ask me to move my truck. She's like, hey, we about to lay the turf down. Da 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 da. She's like, can you move your truck? And I was just like, shit. I left it. I was like, the keys in the keys in the seat, you can move it. Not even thinking, you know what I'm saying? Just comfortable with it. Just comfortable. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's like the keys in the seat, you can move it. She moved that shit. And then, like, one of my crew members, they was like, damn, bro, you must be crushing her or something. Like, why you say that? Nigga, you don't even really be like letting us drive a truck like that. You just gonna let her drive your truck? And then one of them was like, listen, I know one thing. He said, I'm from the country. I know one thing. A man let a woman drive his truck, that only mean one thing. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? And like, I already knew that was a past life soulmate that I had did wrong. Like, did wrong by type shit. So like, one night after I got out of the hot tub and went back to my room, wrote a little letter out. I just apologized. I was like, hey, look, I don't want to sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? I already told you I know who you are. A little disappointed. You didn't even really know who I am. But I understand, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody just on some spiritual shit like that. I said, but, you know, long story short, I did you wrong in a past life. I want to apologize, you know, but I definitely learned my lesson. I'll never do that shit to any human being ever again in my life. Because I seen the results that I got out of it and the karma that I had to deal with from doing so, you know. It's like, and now I kind of went a little deeper, started explaining like who I am, you know. And shit, I just gave that shit to her the next day. She came up, walked up on me later on that day on the work site. She started chopping it up with me about it. And she was like, that's crazy. Cause I even had like, after I wrote the letter, I had did a little sketch, like I drew out a little sketch of some shit, which is like a sun and the moon. It's like a sun and moon combined type of design, and I put it in a note. So like as soon as she walked up on me later that day after I gave it to her, she was like, that picture. And I was like, so you just gonna talk about the picture? You're not gonna say nothing about the letter? She was like, we'll get to that. But that picture, you know. She was like, how did you know that was on my key ring? I was like, well, it's funny of you to assume that I ever seen your key ring. I've never seen your key ring. She was like, yes, you have. I said, well, when did you show me your key ring? You don't drive your own vehicle here, so you don't never have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't never be having your keys out. She's like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, stop bullshitting. That shit ain't your key ring. She pulled out her key ring. It's the exact same picture I fucking sketched out for her. And I was like, well, shit, if you read the note, I told you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a higher level being, you know what I'm saying? I'm an ascended master. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told you, I recognize who you are from a past life. And shit, we had went on like a little, well, I can call it a coffee date, but it wasn't really no coffee date. I told her, I was like, shit, I'm going to get some coffee during the safety meeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get some coffee. She was like, oh, can you bring me some back? I was like, yeah, I'll bring you some. She was like, here, you can take my card, pay for both of ours. I was like, nah, I got it. She's like, okay. She's like, no, I'll take my card because I want a little breakfast sandwich too. I was like, just tell me what you want, bro. So we chopped it up. We was talking about like twin flames and all this and that. And shit, like later that day when I got off, me and the crew, we went up to the mall. I seen this little kiosk. They selling crystals and all this and that. And I got her like a crystal. I got her a crystal ball, like a little small, about the size of the palm of my hand. Little crystal ball. And like another one that was on her necklace. And the next day, shit, I just gave it to her. I was like, look, I said one thing about me before I even gave it to her. I was like, one thing about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm crushing on you, yeah, I give you that. But it's only because I know you from a past life. I said, but at the same time, I said, bro, I don't even be entertaining women, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I'm at in my life right now. So for me to even be fond of you speaks volumes to me. So I just got you these small little gifts last night. And she took them. I was like, she's like, oh, you ain't gotta do that. I was like, look, it's just something I want you to have, you know what I'm saying? Like something I want you to have. Oh, cause the day before, like, after we was talking about the note and shit, she started telling me, we started talking about like astrology and shit like that. She asked me about my birth chart. She put me on game with that, you know, shit like that. And then she was showing me how to use a pendulum, cause she was like, she said she do readings and shit. So she showed me how she used her little personal necklace that she would wear. She's like, I use this. She's like, let me show you. All right, whatever. She's like, I'm a witch. I said, witches don't scare me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have power over witches, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got power over witches. I'm kind of like a Solomon, you know? So later when I got off work, like I said, I seen the little kiosk. Of course, I got myself a couple things. Got myself like a couple necklaces, 2 different rings, 2 different necklaces, and little crystals, a couple pocket crystals for myself. And I got her that shit too. So when I gave it to her the next day, she took it. But then the day after that, she came up to me. Cause like, really the whole time, cause I was out in Utah for like 2 or 3 months. I was out in Utah for about 4 or 5 months. And every day she'd damn near wear the same colors. She would either be wearing gray or she'd be wearing purple. And then it was like maybe a handful of times where she was wearing black and red, but mainly purple or gray. So I got her, of course, like I got her amethyst crystal ball and amethyst necklace. And shit, the day I gave it to her, she was wearing purple. She was like, oh, it matched. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an attentive person. Kind of figured that as one of your favorite colors, if not your favorite color. Oh, cool. The following day, when I first got there in the morning, she came and brought me that shit back. She's like, look, I can't accept these gifts. I'm kind of already talking to somebody. I said, well, I ain't give you those gifts as a lover, my nigga. Like, I gave you those gifts, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody that I hope made an impression on you. And I hope that you realize, you know what I'm saying, that we actually have some type of connection, whether we're together or not. And she was like, well, I don't really think the person I'm talking to would appreciate that or will appreciate that. It's like, all right, that's cool. And so I just, took it with a grain of salt. But she done pop back up in my life. You know what I'm saying? She done pop back up on me a couple times spiritually. You know what I'm saying? I could tell. But it's just like, it seemed like, well, she gave him back. She was already wearing black, so it's like, all right, she already knew she was coming to spiritually kill me that day. And he did partially. You know, after she gave him back, for lunch, she fucking barbecued for everybody. But, you know, one thing about me is, and I mean, I could change it, maybe not, but one thing about me is, if I feel like we got some type of connection, and you play me to the left, or you play me pussy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very quick to close back off, because that's how I naturally am anyways. So, you know, for the rest of like that whole day, I wasn't really avoiding her, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't really interacting with her neither. You know what I'm saying? She say something, she comes, try to start a conversation, you know, keep it short, sweet. Keep, you know what I'm saying, tend to my business, tend to my crew, make those priorities, because they are the priorities. And like, she was grilling outside of the maintenance garage, and I had a couple cameras I was putting up. And it was like right over there, like right above where she was grilling. And like, you know, not for nothing, that shit sucked. But at the same time, it was like, I wasn't trying to be in no serious relationship or nothing like that. I was just more or less trying to, establish a connection. So, I was still happy and shit, being my usual self, and you know what I'm saying, it brought me down on the inside, which more or less, it really just had my mind racing, but it didn't, so I was still, you know what I'm saying, like conducting myself how I usually would while working, you know, one earphone in, one earphone out, walking around singing, rapping, listening to music, just talking to people, being a live wire. And I could tell that she could tell, you know what I'm saying, that the atmosphere between us kind of shift, but she was still trying to keep it cordial. So like, when I came down from installing one of the cameras, she was like, I was like, damn, shit smell good, what you cooking? You cooking, I said, what you cooking, lingua? Cause she was Hispanic. She started laughing. I was like, I know I ain't say it wrong. What you laughing at? She was like, what you know about lingua? I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, shit, I'm from Texas, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, oh, you know, you hungry? You want some? I was like, nah, I'm good. I just don't hear everybody cooking like that. And she was just like, are you gonna make this weird? I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not making nothing weird. You establish boundaries, I'm gonna respect those boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight. She's like, well, I'm cooking for everybody. I got enough for everybody in the building to have a lot. It's like, I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? But I say all that shit to say, like, I personally just, you know what I'm saying, I'm a loving, compassionate person with a big ass heart. I just don't wear that shit, you know what I'm saying? I really don't wear that shit. And not for nothing. If I feel like a connection is sacred, I definitely don't make it a communal thing. And that's just, I don't know, that's just naturally how I am. Another, outside of like the whole love life thing, because it just seemed like anytime I try to make advances, be just a bunch of obstacles that jump in the way. But outside of the love life thing, like shit, even down to healing shit with my family, you know, for once, I wasn't really concerned about healing things with my family. My journey really was the catalyst of my journey was understanding like the dynamic that I have and share with my family. I just accepted it. I accepted it. I didn't really, cause like for me, healing shit with my family doesn't consist of me like sitting around in a big ass circle, we airing everything out, everybody crying and shit. That's not the type of family that I have, that I come from. It's not. And knowing that, I just kind of accepted, all right, well, this how shit kind of always gonna be. And I don't want to make it worse. So I'm gonna choose not to deal with them. But then I wouldn't made it worse by doing my online platform and talking about all the childhood trauma and shit that went on inside of my household. They didn't really respond to that too well. Well, my sister didn't respond to that too well. But like I explained to her, like, I understand shit happened to you, but you gotta understand, you said that, you know what I'm saying, like, you were the victim, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to air that shit out because I was so conflicted because the abuser, you know what I'm saying, who the abuser was, that shit did something to me. And then, even down to the shit that happened between me and my brother. Last time I seen him was Christmas, really. This nigga knocked on the door. Everybody was already over at my mama's house. Against my better judgment, I still went. This nigga knocked on the door, bro. I opened the door. This nigga floated past me on some Prince shit. Like I did not exist, you know what I'm saying? And right there, that just told me everything I needed to know. And I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. So yeah, part of me feel like that shit with my family just too far gone. But also, I understand that they were gonna feel some way as well, because I was their scapegoat and always have been. And the fact that I wasn't around because I was traveling for work so much, they couldn't just push the blame and push shit off onto me. They had to deal with it. And then the fact that I aired out everything online to the world, of course that's gonna have them feel even more of a way. But the crazy part is nobody ever addressed, only one person addressed me about that shit. No, two people addressed me about that shit. The main one and the first one was somebody who married into my family. And then the second person who addressed it was a family member who lives states away, states and states away, that we hardly ever even see. But as far as my immediate family, nah, nobody else. Nah, my older brother, he addressed that shit too. But he was real quick. Like, it was even a sensitive, touchy subject for him. He was just like, hey, bro, I think you should apologize to your sister. Well, that's fair. But outside of that, bro, how you been? All right. More midnight, late night thoughts as I stare up at the stars. Lately, I just been in this space where it's like, man, though I don't feel any weight, I don't have any stress, still have a lot of thoughts, man, about my direction in life. I have this overall vision of what I see myself or what I see myself in the end goal that I want. And right now, I'm still in the early beginning stages. I know my worth, but that don't mean I don't have self-doubt at some points. But I'll get through it, I always do. I just can't quit, you know what I'm saying? Just can't quit. All this talk about kings and queens and emperors and empresses and divine beings and this and that. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. But at the same time, man, everybody's has their own right to be whoever and whatever they want to be. Me, I hate the fact that where I'm at right now, sometimes I have to surround myself with those that aren't like me. You know, and that's not even in a bad sense, but you know, goes back to those vices that I was talking about earlier in this video. I don't think it's fair, you know what I'm saying? And I want to apologize to those people that was around me when I was knee deep in my shit, that were taking on my burdens and taking on that energy. Hell, I had a girlfriend for like 4 years, 3 or 4 years. She didn't smoke, she didn't drink, she didn't do nothing. Nigga, I smoked multiple times a day, every day. Drink multiple times a day, every day. I was fucking hypersexual all the time. I mean, she kind of was too. She always be like, but even with her, she was looking at it from like spiritual shit. I used to be like, shit, I want you. Like, shit, I'm trying to hit, what's up? Like, now I'm horny, I'm trying to hit. She used to be like, I want to connect. We haven't connected in a while. Da da da. But I think back now and I'm like, shit. All the shit that I had going on in my energy, hanging out with people she would never hang out with, doing shit she would never do. But yeah, we're in the same household, living, laying, sleeping in the same bed. So she by nature would take on some of that energy. And that shit not fair to her. And now I see myself having to go through the same things with with some of the individuals that I surround myself with. But once again, part of my healing is learning how to deal with that and understanding that though I don't partake in that shit, I can still be around that shit and leave that energy there with them. I don't have to take on that energy. But it doesn't mean that that shit don't be hurting my heart when I be seeing that shit. You know? Like me, for instance, bro, I can take a piss test right now. It don't matter however many layer piss tests you want. 7-layer piss test, one, you know what I'm saying, 1-layer piss test, 11-layer piss test for any and everything. I'm completely clean, you know what I mean? And have been for a while now. Which I'm proud of myself. I don't really like talking about it because I've never really had a huge problem. Like drugs ain't never really been a problem for me outside of my little experimental stage and shit. But even that didn't go on for a long time, and it wasn't heavy, and it wasn't with anything hard. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, shit, it was something that I had to go through, and it was something I had to grow through. And now being on the other side of it, it's like, man, that shit hurt my heart. Because a lot of people, I'm like, bro, you better than that. No, it might not stop you from taking care of your business. It may not stop you from being, you know what I'm saying, like a functioning person. But, you know, functioning addict is a term, you know what I'm saying, like, for a reason. And, you know, I don't know. I just want everybody to be happy, man. Lead healthy, good lives. Break generational curses. Hell, even if you feel like you ain't got no generational curses, shit, just try to be a better person, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. And not for nothing, man, when you got somebody that you love and that is real with, bro, let them know, you know what I'm saying? Let them know. I didn't deal with too much death over the last 2 years. Over the last 2 years, I think I lost a person on average every 2.5 to 3.5 months. Somebody was dropping. Which is crazy because I was so much in my shit, on my shit, my journey, my business, all that. I ain't make a single funeral. I didn't make a single funeral. A couple people, like very, 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 very close to my heart. A couple people was day ones. A couple people was family. I've dealt with it, you know. I keep them with me in spirit. So I'm good. But outside of those ones that, you know what I'm saying, are no longer physically here, what hurt more is having ones that are still here, but they not. You know what I mean? I didn't expect to be on this long, but like I said, I just wanted to let y'all into my world. So before we end this, let's affirm I am whole, I am powerful, I am a general to God's army. I am abundant. I have everything within me to get everything that I want. I am a magnet for success. I am more than enough. I do not partake in magic, but I am a very magical being. I have been blessed with the most beautiful gifts from the Creator. I am here. I am me. I am everything that I need. I am a very impactful being. My aura is the equivalent of the brightest constellation in the darkest sky. I am filled with God. His spirit overflows me.